find exact values of the sine, cosine, and tangent of 285 degrees, with the hint here that 285 degrees is 330 minus 45. Now, would 285 be a unit circle value, a unit circle angle? You know, if you look at it, 285, there's 270, 300. It's right in the middle there. We can't, if we want to be exact, we can't use the unit circle for that. So by telling us a difference here that would equal, notice that 330 and 45, those both are unit circle angles, right? 330 is right there, 45 is right there. So by changing it to, right, the sine of 330 minus 45, we will be able to be exact about this. So let's, in place of the sine of 285, we're going to say the sine of 330 minus 45. Those are degrees. Well, how do you do that? No. Remember sum and difference formulas, right? So we want to find the sine of a difference. So sine of u minus v, sine u cosine v minus cosine u sine v. So, and you can, again, you can have these right in front of you. You just have to know to look at them, right? So this one will be sine 330 cosine 45 minus cosine 330 sine 45. Okay, now those are things you can look up off the unit circle, right? At 330 degrees, 330, the sine is negative 1/2 and the cosine is root 3 over 2. At 45 degrees, sine and cosine are root 2 over 2. So substitute from the unit circle. Right. The sine of 330, negative 1/2. The cosine of 45, root 2 over 2. Minus the cosine of 330, root 3 over 2. The sine of 45, root 2 over 2. All right, and there's not much you can do with that. The only thing you can, like this one here becomes negative, the square root of 2 over 4, right? Multiply the 2 times 2 in the denominator. And the square root of 3 times the square root of 2 is the square root of 2 times 3, 6. And that's got a minus in front. And it also has a denominator of 4. That's usually what all these always end up looking like, some combination of square roots of 6 and square roots of 2 over 4. It's always that. Right? Now, cosine of a difference has its own formula right there. Cosine u, cosine v, plus sine u, sine v. So let's go to that. Cosine of 330 minus 45 equals cosine of 330, cosine of 45, plus sine of 330, sine of 45. So it's the same 2 points. We're just going to be shuffling these values that we've already used to slightly different order, right? The cosine of 330, that was the root 3 over 2. The cosine of 45 was root 2 over 2. The sine of 330 is negative 1/2. And the cosine of 45, or sorry, the sine of 45 is root 2 over 2. So here we've got our root 3 times root 2 is root 6 minus the square root of 2 divided by 4. Okay, now the tangent has its own formula, right? You could use that formula, or what else can you do? Put sine over the cosine. It's probably easier at that point to do that, right? That'll be the tangent. The tangent of 285 equals the sine of 285 over the cosine, don't do that, of 285. Well, we just did that, right? The sign is here, negative root 2 minus root 6 over 4, divided by, the cosine is root 6 minus root 2 over 4. Again, you could flip and multiply. What's going to cancel? The 4s, right? The 4s will cancel, and you're left with negative root 2 minus root 6 divided by root 6 minus root 2. Done.